Hello there, this is Melek, and welcome to my weird freaky chair that kind of allows my legs to pass through all angles. But anyway, yes, this is my kind of home away from home. I've got my lovely fireplace here burning away and a few pot plants, and I suppose I need to probably dust the place a little bit actually. But either way, the point is that this is where I'm going to do my sort of question and answer sessions. Now, I sent a message a while back, probably longer than I should have left it, but asking for questions that you know I've had them in the past, but I thought this would be an official thing. Oren385 suggested it, and I thought, that was a good idea, so I thought I might as well do it. And yeah, so this is going to be it, really. I'm going to answer a few questions, and feel free to send more in if your question that you want answering doesn't get answered. Send anything you want, because at the end of the day, if I don't like a question, I'm just not going to answer it. Simple as that. I'm not going to feel indebted to answer questions. I'm going to have half spoilers, I suppose, in a way. I'm going to reveal certain things which are a little bit, but I'm not going to go completely into the whole revealing every little secret. God, this chair is absolutely painful to sit in. Ow, my spine. Right, okay. So anyway, yes, let me get the first question. Okay. Okay, the first question I have here. Let me read this. Well, first, obviously, it's Oren. And he asks, well, they ask, where did I get the name Melek? Well, it's sort of it's not a particularly interesting story. But a while back, well before the internet existed, all those times ago, there was a game, Shadow the Beast 2. Fantastic game. And basically, I love that game. I'd just bought myself my first Amiga, because it was like the top-ass, kick-ass computer at the time. Just bought myself the Amiga, and I thought, I know, I'll play this game. It was a knockout game. But either way, the point is that the boss right at the end is called Zelek. Now, I thought, well, I can't just call myself Zelek. I mean, this was, a while back. So I thought, right, well, let's have a look at the keyboard. You've got Quelek or Kelek, Welek, Relek, Telek, Yelek, and they all just sounded a bit crap. But eventually, I kind of got it to the point of Zelek with an X might be quite good. I think Delek sounded too much like a Doctor Who villain or enemy. And Yelek just sounds like you shout a lot, and Pelek just no. So yeah, it just ended up that Melek just seemed to be the best sounding name. And I know that might be a bit of a spoiler, but I did warn you. So yeah, let me see what else we've got in this chest of awesome. Okay, we have. We've got quite a few people actually ask this question. And the question is what is my favourite music genre, or a couple of my favourite bands? I mean, Ein Elohim. I'm not sure how I'm gonna pronounce that. And you got Elawoozle. You've got all sorts of people asking very similar questions about the band. Generally, I quite like metal. Rock, hard rock, that sort of stuff. But I am actually a big fan of classical music. I don't listen to enough classical music, to be fair. But yeah. I mean, I think Vivaldi, Rinaldi, Pachelbel is awesome. One of my favourite classical musics is Pachelbel's Canon in D minor. Do a search for it. Beautiful, beautiful piece. As far as more modern bands, which is probably what you're more likely to be wanting to find out, I would say at the moment, Machine Head is a big thing for me. I've always liked Deftones. You've got Slipknot and Soil and Korn, and obviously you've got Metallica. Quite a big fan of Queen, actually. Beatles. I know that's going back a bit, and it's not exactly metal, shall we say. But yeah, I'm quite a varied taste kind of mage, to be honest. So hopefully that answers a few questions there. Let's see, what else have we got? Yes, another one. Ah, where's the piece of paper gone? Ah, this chair is so uncomfortable. Right. Doodle Jackbod asks, why mages? Why not Paladin Melek, or Secret Assassin Melek, or Badass Cyborg from the Future Melek? Well, I've always liked mages, to be honest. Mages has been a big thing. When I was younger and playing Dungeons and Dragons, you know, way back when when there was just no computer game style Dungeons and Dragons thing. Well, I suppose they probably were, but you know, they weren't as advanced as they are now, shall we say? Yeah, I just always liked the mages. I just like the ability to do all those cool stuff. They just seem to be so flexible and versatile. You know, a fighter, sure, they can cut people up with a regular abandon, but mages, they had that sort of universal utility type. You know, be anything that they want to be as long as they have a bit of notice. So yeah, why not be a mage? Mages are cool. Mages are cool, and mages are kind of like the nerds of the fantasy world. And being a bit of a nerd myself, I thought, you know, that seems to fit quite well. So yeah, that was it. Right, let's see what else. Okay. I've had this asked a couple of times before, but Mage Cloud asks, can I remake my old mage skin for my fans, like a sentimental thing? And I'm assuming you mean right from the beginning of Season 1, because not at the beginning of Season 1, because that was kind of like a zombie skin, which I just had a laugh at, but I made a kind of really bad red mage skin. But I actually did find the skin on my hard drive, and it was a while back. But what I'll do is I'll have a look for it again, and see about putting a link to it, just like you say, for sentimental old time's sake. Okay, I've probably got time for another question. Meh. Okay. We've got a lot of questions, actually. We've got a lot of, I mean, a lot of you have sent in big lists of questions, and I will get to answer those questions eventually. So I'm sort of picking and choosing at the moment. So don't be worried if your particular question out of your list doesn't get read straight away. I'll keep hold of them. What Firestra? Was it Storm Firestra? I'm not 100% sure. God, internet names are so bloody difficult to pronounce. Honestly, it's terrible. Asks a lot of questions. The first one, of all the games that I've done Let's Plays for, what's my favourite? That is a big ask. I'd probably say, although I'm not very frequent posting Minecraft, I would say Minecraft probably is my favourite that I've done a Let's Play on. I mean, if you sort of include all of them, but yeah, I would definitely say that's one of my favourites. And I suppose I don't post much Minecraft, partly because I don't want to get too bored of it. And so far, I've not gotten bored of it. I've had moments, but yeah, it's you gotta kind of keep things mix them up, keep things interesting. It also asks, of all the games I've ever played, what's my favourite? Whew, jeez. You see, I haven't really even thought about these questions before reading them. I mean, I've played a lot of games. I don't even know how to answer that one. I mean, the original Neverwinter Nights was awesome. The original XCOM, that actually absorbed a lot of my time way back when. I probably enjoyed the original XCOM more than I'm enjoying the latest one. I enjoy the latest one, don't get me wrong, but there's something about the original that always will live on in my heart. The new one's a good version of it, but God, favourite games, honestly. When you've been playing games as long as I have, you really do end up with a lot of going on in your brain. I'll maybe come back to that and revisit that question. And of all the Let's Plays, which one do you wish you'd never done? I can't actually think of one I wish I'd never done. None of them have had repercussions or anything. None of them have... I mean, even the unpopular ones, like the Eye the Beholder series, honestly, that was not a very popular Let's Play that I did. And I did a lot of episodes of that, relatively speaking. and I certainly didn't wish I'd never done it. I don't think there's any of them that I wish I never did. There are some of them that I wish had got more views, definitely, like the Eye of the Beholder one. I think it's because it's just a difficult one to follow, with it being so old school, and you can't really tell which way I'm turning as you go around corridors. So it's entertaining for some of you, but not necessarily great stuff. Stormfire, you ask a lot of questions. Do I watch videos on YouTube? Yes, not as much as I used to, and not as much as I wish I could. I just don't have the time. And which YouTube commentator do you watch the most? I'm not saying that I watch all of Screen Rave stuff, but the fact that I very rarely watch the same commentator more than once means that by default, by watching his Slender movie twice, his Slender episode twice, that basically means that I've watched him more than anyone else. I used to watch a lot of the Yogscast, but that was before I really got into Let's Plays. So really got into them. I mean, yeah, I was doing Minecraft well before they were, but you know, I used to watch them quite a bit when I had the time. Only on the buses, actually, when I was on the bus on my phone, but meh, costs a lot. So I mean, you go into a lot of other questions. I suppose I'll answer one more question of yours, Stormfire. What got you started making YouTube videos? What got me started? It was an accident. It was actually an accident. I mean, it's going back a long way, I suppose. In a way, it's a bit of a strange one, but I mean, it was, yeah. I mean, back when I first started playing Minecraft, I read that in a magazine, and it was such a good game. I bought it. I mean, this was back when it was in dev. That was when the world was a limited size. You get to choose how big your world is before it renders, and you can choose one of a different style and different styles. And there was no enchanting, no potions, no food bar, no furnaces. Yep, no furnaces. I predate the hell. Actually, to be fair, I remember workbenches coming into it, and that was kind of the reason why I got into posting videos. I actually did a search on some of the recipes, trying to find some of the recipes to use the workbench, you know, to actually get things created. And I ended up just finding a YouTube video, so I watched it and I learned a bit, and I thought, well, that's pretty good. Started building stuff, watched another video, thought, well, that's someone showing off the thing that they've built. And then I realised that, you know what, why not? I might as well just post a video of the stuff that I've made, because I was really into Minecraft at the time. Posted it, and that was my very first, I think it was Melek's tour. Didn't even have a microphone, just put annotations for what I'm saying. And then I built an underwater home, which I thought was a really cool thing, and I posted that, and that got a lot of views. I mean, I think I've had 500,000 views on that video. Well, way back, underwater home. And I suppose that got started, and then the episode 1 of my Minecraft, I was kind of, I mean, you just listen to the first 5 minutes of that, and that gives you a bit of an insight, really, that everyone else seems to be doing it, so why not? You know, I'm playing the game, so I might as well have a bit of a laugh and post it for other people. So yeah, that's not too bad. So yeah, that's pretty much how that goes. Oh, come on, unlock you stupid thing. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the way it worked. So yeah, I suppose it's a case of, really, that's it for this particular question and answer session. There'll be more, so send in your questions. And that's a nice map. You see this nice little decorated room. I need to really dust things up because I've got a bloody great web up there. If I can, let's see. No, I'm just going to end up setting myself on fire, I think. So yeah, I think that's not too bad. I will bid you all farewell, of course. And I suppose until next time, cheerio.